Chapter 9. When the Amazonians and mopheads woke up in the morning, they found all their vegetable gardens were full of food, and the trees were heavy with beautiful ripe fruit ready for the picking. Everyone looked on and could hardly believe their eyes, and then they all started to smile, laugh, sing and dance. Silk-Trekmore went to the castle to inform the king of the transformation that had occurred to the land overnight. He explained how everyone was singing and dancing. The king jumped up from his large throne, twirling around in a temper. He made his way to outside to overlook the land and his people with the intention to stop all the joy that apparently was in the air. However, he too was amazed at the changes on the land and in the air, and in awe of the beautiful sight. Blue skies, sweet breezes, and the river was sparkling with so many diamonds that he could see from the castle. He could also notice the abundant fruit and mesmerizing flowers, and he too started to smile and laugh, and could not help but dance, and what a dance it was! He even managed to jump and dance in his long green pointy shoes, and his cloak just flew around as he spun. His family came out to see what was happening and could not believe their eyes, and within minutes they too were laughing, dancing and hugging one another. Sam and Kit walked through the village, and Sam stood on a tree stump and spoke very loudly. Our land was dying. The reason our crops failed and our fruits never came, why the water was sick and the birds stopped singing and the skies were dull with pollution, was because of the lack of love and respect for the land and one another. All of this created a darkness in the earth. It has been removed, but you must now live with happy hearts and agree to look after yourselves and the land with love and respect. I hear you, boy. I hear what you say. I can indeed understand now how my choices and lack of respect for the earth and all that dwell upon it have created a life that none of us can or should live with. I hereby make my first promise in a new dawn that I will love and care for everyone and everything and expect everyone else to do the same. I believe this is a wholesome order, so let it be done, said the king as he danced and laughed. The crowd cheered and everyone turned to one another to hug and smile. Sam began to raise his voice so he could be heard above the cheering crowd. There is something else. You are all oblivious to the beings that live amongst you. We have a magical community of elves, fairies, water nymphs and dwarfs, and so many more magical beings than you can possibly imagine living around us all the time. Their vibration is much higher than yours, making it very difficult for you to see them, but I can assure you that they do indeed exist. It is because of them and the wildlife and nature all working together with love that we are given another chance to thrive. We also give thanks to King Atmat for being brave enough in seeing the error of his ways. At that moment, Siegfried made his appearance with Rook and Owl. They presented Sam with a pointy blue hat and thanked him so much for helping to save them and the land, and told him that the hat was special and would keep him connected to all the magic within and around him. Siegfried then addressed the crowd, who was silent with shock, but were also very excited about his presence. We, the magical kingdom, have agreed that the dwarfs, fairies, pixies, elves, gnomes and sprites, and all the other magical beings will let you see us on special occasions. We trust that our sharing with you will be a reminder of the beauty and magic that surrounds you all day, every day. As well, we ask you to remember that the animal kingdom needs to be loved and respected as if they were your own kind. You see, even the trees, rivers, flowers, in fact, all of nature are all part of you, as we are all one. Respect yourself, everyone and everything, and we will all be well. I also want to give special thanks to a very old wise tree called Chemini and Light the unicorn who helped us save Amazonia. I send love, light, peace and healing to you and all that you do. As Sam looked beyond the crowd, he was filled with yet more joy and warmth as he saw his mother standing next to Light. She was so very proud of Sam and all that he'd been part of. Sam knew at that moment Light was the magical being that they were due to meet on the day when a loud sound had made them return home. He also realised that the loud sound that they had heard was the Stargate opening and the arrival of the soldiers. What a journey they had all been on. Standing behind Light and Rachel were the walking, talking trees, which had nestled their roots into the ground. They were so happy to hear King Atmat speak of respecting everyone and everything, and felt safe, trusting that their lives would return to peace, even though some may go walkabouts every now and again. Primrose zinged everywhere. What an adventure she had been on. Suddenly she felt what was next, as life from this point on was never going to be the same again. That night they did what the magical kingdom did best. They held a huge party for everybody to celebrate all the good that had been created. From that moment on, everybody looked after everyone and everything, never wanting to return to the dark times, but more than anything, they all enjoyed the light.